There are winners and losers in every ban list, but the clear winner on this ban list is Pendulums, because we will never get debarriered again. Pendulum players, rejoice! Let's go! Let's go! No more debarrier. And in honor of no more dimensional barrier in the ban list, rest in peace, you will not be missed. I am going to put every single pendulum, deck box, and playmat on my website 50% off for this whole day. All day today and tomorrow. 50% off beyond the pendulum deck box, with pendulum magician deck box, everything 50% off. Do you want to know why? You want to know why? Because dimensional barrier is finally gone. It's fine. I don't think you guys understand my hate for that card. This video is the winners and losers of the ban list. The number one loser of this ban list is every shitter that plays that ugly card. I hate that card. I have been dimensional barriered more than any human being alive, specifically for the pendulum part. Guys, I got laser eye surgery, and this blue part of the pendulum is kind of... I put the blue and red for pendulums, all right, guys? I put the blue and red for pendulums, and it was kind of bothering my eyes. But the biggest winner of this whole ban list, biased in my... a little bias, I'm gonna admit it's a little biased, is pendulum, because we'll never get debarriered again. The biggest loser is every shitter that plays debarrier. All right, next. Who is the actual biggest winner of everything? Probably you guys getting... I don't know why. I don't know why the fuck I just said 50% off, because that's just about the whole cost of these deck boxes. I don't know why I said that. I was kind of just in the moment, but we'll roll with it. Fuck it, whatever. 50% off has to be pendulum specific in honor of debarrier getting banned to fuck. Fuck that card. Okay, the actual best winner after that, and maybe you guys for getting that deal, I'd say the best winner of the ban list, I don't mean to sound like corny, but it's us. It's the Yu-Gi-Oh community. For the first time in maybe years, maybe ever, not years, ever, whoever is in charge of Konami right now, kudos to you. The biggest winner is us, the players, the community. We are the biggest winners in this whole ban list. I'd say the next biggest winners are Konami for finally being like such an incredible representation of what a company should be, listening to us and doing what we want, the player base. Massive shout out to them. Now, as far as decks, the biggest winners and losers of decks. The obvious loser is every K9 deck. So yeah, K9 Crystron still has a good end board, but no Mjolnir is like huge. Thanks Kamal for getting that card banned. Next, every Ryziel deck. I would be a 4-time, so many wins to get jumbled up in there. I'd be a 4-time YCS champion right now if Protoss was banned last month. So I got martyred for this card to get banned, but Alex Bergeron got that card banned. I'm very glad they're both gone. Now for the winners of the ban list that are decks. The decks that stock is going upwards. We're going to start with the one that's a little bit obvious, I would say, and that's any heavy combo deck. Any heavy combo deck will not need to deal with Mjolnir or Fossil Dyna or D-Barrier or shit like that, or Protoss, like my deck. Those decks get a lot better now because we don't have to deal with that bullshit. Another deck that I can think of that's going to get a lot better are decks that auto lose to D-Barrier. The reason why D-Barrier is a problem is if people don't hard draw 3 of D-Barrier in the side deck, they literally have 3 thrust and prosperity to search it. So there's like 6 or 7 consistent ways. And even though people weren't playing Trap Trick, you could even do Trap Trick to get it. So decks that auto lose to D-Barrier get a lot better, like Draco Tail or Pure Mitsurugi. But if you're playing Pure Mitsurugi, you'll probably be on Yami Mitsurugi anyways. So the decks that got the best, that they got better from this are Yami Mitsurugi and Draco Tail, and both of which were already the 2 best decks to begin with. Even though D-Barrier hurt Pure Yami, it doesn't hurt Pure Yami to the level it hurts Draco Tail or Pure Mitsurugi. So even though Yami is still well shaped, I really do believe Pure Yami is still very well shaped in the format. It's not to the level of Yami Mitsurugi currently. So it's Yami Mitsurugi as the best value because the deck breaks boards so damn good that the floodgates now will not stop you from breaking boards. And then the next one is Draco Tail. These are the 2 biggest winners, in my opinion, of the whole ban list, specifically because there's no floodgates to deal with for Yami Mitsurugi, which is the best combo deck of the format. I'd say the 3rd best deck that got the best value is heavy combo decks. This could be like, I'm talking about like Vanadium style decks, like Thunder Dragon combo decks, anything that just is combo. Those 60 card piles I love playing personally that I won YCS Lima with, they get crazy, they get much better. As far as decks, those are the decks I'll say get the best value, or any pure deck that dies to D-Barrier. Like branded decks get way better now as well. Like anything that says you can only fusion, you can only XYZ, you can only synchro, those type of decks. White Forest, like they're not even meta relevant anyways, but the meta relevant ones are Yami Mitsurugi and Draco Tail. D-Barrier was like a god card last format because every deck dies to one D-Barrier last format. So it was a necessity to get hit. Now, as far as the losers of the ban list of decks, every K9 deck is dog shit. If you're playing a pure K9 deck now, you have to win through high skill and just being better than your opponent. Now, having access to Mjolnir was huge. Crystron decks plummet as well, but they still end on a nice end board because of the K9s, but not to the level of a Mjolnir, obviously. And another deck that gets worse, I would say in a weird way, pure Mitsurugi got better and it got worse because you can't get D-Buried anymore, but you also can't search Fossil Dyna anymore. And in general, a lot of control decks that play a lot of hand traps got slightly worse. Slightly. Hand traps will still be very, very good. They will still be very, very good, but it's like their stock at least goes down a few percentages because a lot of people are only playing hand traps to stop FTKs like Mjolnir or like Fossil Dyna, etc. However, because people can no longer thrust for D-Barrier, it also makes hand traps a little better. So net value, I'd say hand traps probably went down minus 5%, board breakers up plus 5%, some shit like that. But in actuality, if that makes sense for some Trif gaming math there, but I do think as far as uptick in play, because the average player won't really recognize that, and this is going to be a whole video I'm going to do, is the new format going to be hand traps or board breakers. However, I believe that for the first few events, there's going to be more breakers than hand traps because people are going to see the ban list and be like, yo, I can play breakers now. But then kind of like, in order for you to play board breakers against Yami Mitsurugi, you're going to have to beat a board that puts up Prayers, Purification, Surprise, Murakumo, Herald, every Yummy interruption in the game. Like, that's a whole fucking amount of interruptions. So like, in order for you to beat that, you're gonna need like to be a very good player. So a lot of people start with breakers, move back to hand traps. I think at least 10 to 15% of players that are playing hand traps will move to breakers, and then slowly as each YCS goes down, they'll probably dwindle a few percent, ultimately stabilizing to roughly 5% more than now, in my opinion. A bit of a tangent there on winners and losers, but I do think the biggest change we'll see in the list is from the ban list is the amount of hand traps and breakers there are. I think this is a huge topic. Like, I'm gonna make a video on that on its own. As far as another loser I could think of will probably be the Yu-Gi-Oh! Doom and Gloomers. Everyone that complains about every single thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! I said exactly this in the video that, hey guys, like, Yu-Gi-Oh's in a great state right now. Yeah, I love the floodgates banned, but even if we got them banned, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will complain regardless. I said specifically, if we ban all the floodgates, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will complain that the floodgates got banned because they need it or whatever. And if you check on Twitter right now, half the comments are saying, why did we ban it? How can we check the combo decks now? Exactly like I said. I want to give kudos to Josh as well for like almost being a prophet here. Thanks to his video, this happened. So your voice matters. That's probably the biggest takeaway that I took from all of the ban list is your voice matters. If we didn't mention this, Konami wouldn't do it. Now, you guys know me. I don't complain no matter what because I'm a very half glass fucking 10 times full, not just full type of guy. I'm very positive. And even if all the floodgates did exist, I just find a way to win. It's my winner's mentality that got engraved in me since being an athlete as a child. It's what you learn in sports all the time. You just have to win anyways. Even if you're down 3-0, you can't complain. You have to like lock in and focus, right? And I'll find a way to win anyways. But this now makes it easier for us to win because we don't need to deal with these ugly cards that don't actually promote good gameplay or help Yu-Gi-Oh! At all, but it just gives you cheap Yu-Gi-Oh! Wins. Now real Yu-Gi-Oh! Will be played and some of the most fun Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever that I could think of. So as far as winners and losers on the ban list, exactly what I said. To recap everything, the biggest winners of the ban list is me and you. The biggest winners are pendulum players, no longer D-Barrier. The biggest winners are people that don't need to rely, that rely on one style of deck, summoning mechanic like XYZ or Synchro or Pen that don't lose to D-Barrier. Other winners are players that play board breakers. Other winners are Yami Mitsurugi and pure Draco Tail, or in general, heavy combo decks that with breakers or fusion decks like Brandon. I think the biggest winners overall, as I said, are the positive players and Yu-Gi-Oh players, and the biggest losers are the Doom and Gloomers, as well as K9 and Ryzio. That will conclude this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Again, as I said in the beginning of the video, I don't know why the fuck I said 50%. I was just in the moment thing. I'm probably going to take it off after 24 hours or something. But that shit's expensive to make. All right. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you guys next video. I guess I'll post the link down below for the website. Later.